You're listening to the Cool CLE Show.
I'm Jay, host of the Cool CLE Show, brought to you by CoolCleveland.com, putting you in touch with cool events, people, news, and neighborhoods in the Cleveland region. According to a CNN report in June last year, suicide rates in the U.S. are at the highest level since World War II. And on February 8th, a local concert is dedicated to the memories of every tragic loss by increasing suicide prevention, awareness, and education. The GNL Rocks Music Benefit is being held to remember the son, brother, and friend Gabriel Nicholas Lopez, who died of suicide on October 15th, 2018. On this episode, we'll be talking to the organizer of this event and the mother of Gabriel, Angela Finn. All proceeds will benefit counseling and suicide education agencies in our area, including Kelly's Grief Center. We'll hear how Angela turned her grief into something positive. The GNL Rocks Music Benefit features a lineup of local bands and artists, including these guys from Akron, Librarians With Hickeys. We've got exclusive access to a new song from the band's upcoming spring release. It's called That Time Is Now.
You need to reclaim your time. Well, that time is now. You need to move ahead. Well, that time is now. Pay no mind to what they say to you. They're not your friends anyway. Yesterday wasn't good to you, but you can change what you do today. You can change what you do today. You need a new friend. That time is now. You want this bad time to end. That time is now. Pay no mind to what they say to you. They're not your friends anyway. Yesterday wasn't good to you, but you can change what you do today. You can change what you do today. Never mind what they say behind your back, they're wrong anyway. Yesterday wasn't so good for you, so change what you do today. Move ahead anyway. Reclaim your life. Well, your life is now. You can be yourself again, and your time is now. Pay no mind to what they say to you. They're not your friends anyway. Yesterday wasn't good to you, but you can change what you do today. You can change what you do today. Never mind what they say behind your back, they're wrong anyway. Yesterday wasn't so good for you, so change what you do today. And move ahead anyway. Because your time is now.
All right, that was the Librarians with Hickeys with their brand new song, That Time Is Now. They are just one of the many acts which are giving up their time to perform at the GNL Rocks Music Benefit Concert at the Kent Stage on February 8th. And we have that event coordinator with us now, Angela Finn. Thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you for having me.
So this sounds like a fantastic event for a very fantastic cause. GNL stands for Gabriel Nicholas Lopez, who passed away in 2018. What can you tell us about Gabriel? What was he like?
Gabriel's my son. He had just turned 29, 2 weeks before he died. Okay, so many things I could say. He was a beautiful, caring, sensitive young man. He also had problems with depression, anxiety, and addiction.
Sure.
That he struggled with for probably 14 years, as far as I can tell.
Mm-hmm.
So he was a musician. He was a avid reader and poet and writer. But he, struggled with anything that could be related to addiction, relationships, jobs, family, all of it.
Yeah. Well, I'm sorry for your loss, but it sounds like you're turning this loss into something positive. What made you decide to start doing this benefit event?
I found myself grieving constantly and having no place to put my energy, the energy that went into nurturing him, and being there for him throughout his life, and especially in his last several years of fighting addiction and depression. And so all that energy was just destroying me. So since he was a musician and lots of our family friends are musicians and his friends, and, I felt like I read about a couple other benefits, and I thought, I'm going to try that. And that'll take up some time, some energy, and it'll give me a chance to speak his name and talk about him like I am right now. And, because as a mom, I struggle with the idea that it's over.
Yeah.
So this will help it not be over for me, but also maybe, hopefully, help other families not to have to go through this.
Absolutely. And so the proceeds from this event are going to the Kelly's Grief Center. What can you tell us about them? What do they do?
It's an organization that came together as the result of another family losing their child. Kelly was a little girl who died in a car accident. Her mom and dad wanted to put together a center of counselors who could help people through grief, and make it so that anybody could go, whether they had insurance or not. No one is ever turned away based on their inability to pay. And I have insurance, but I love the center, and the people who work there are so committed and so knowledgeable and helpful that I think it's important that their name gets out there and that they're supported. I mean, they've been so good to my family, and they also will. You don't have to be grieving the loss of someone to be able to be one of their counselors. If you're struggling with depression, anxiety, any kind of problem, they'll see you. It's called the Grief Center, but anyone can go.
Yeah, so they offer counseling and suicide education and things like that.
Yes.
And so so it's not post-event, but I'm sure they want to prevent it as well. So, yeah, exactly. I understand. So it's happening on February 8th at the Kent Stage. What a great venue. You have got a real plethora of entertainment and local artists that are playing. How did you go about sort of finding all of these people? Did they come to you? Did you go to them? How did that all work?
I went to them, but I would say 100% of them were already in my life through friends of my sons. They're both musicians, and my husband is a musician. And so these are all people that we've known. One is my brother. He's playing in the acoustic portion of the night. Nick Ashbaugh, and another one of the bands has my son in it, Mount Ratz. The rest were just people I knew, or one, Ray Flanagan, is coming. I didn't know him until after Gabriel died. The day after, someone sent me a song that he had written and put up on Facebook. So I contacted him. He agreed to come play at my son's funeral, and now he's playing at this. So not only him, I'm just learning that there's so many people who are wonderful and gifted and loving and caring and are doing this for us.
Yeah, and want to help. Absolutely. So yeah, so you've got, like you said, Nick Ashbaugh, you've got Ray Flanagan, you've got the punk band Dump Cake, of course,
Uh-huh.
Librarians with Hickeys, which we played. We've also got a song from a Cleveland band called the Tufted Puffins. So
Right.
just a real mix of music. You've got poetry as well. I think it's going to be a real emotional event, and I think
Yeah.
it's such a fantastic way. And I praise your bravery because this kind of stuff, I don't even know what this is like, but I I really applaud your bravery in running
Thank
all of
you.
this.
Thank you. I appreciate you doing
So
this.
how can people support? How can they, let's start with how can they attend? So it's February
Okay.
8th, it's the Kent Stage. How can they get tickets?
Okay. The Kent Stage is selling tickets.
Okay.
So if you go to the Kent Stage website, it's listed as one of the event on February 8th, and they're selling tickets in their box office as well. So you can go online. You can go directly to the box office during business hours, Monday through Friday.
And then, of course, if people can attend, obviously all these proceeds going to Kelly's Grief Center. So definitely look them up, find out more about them and how you can support them as well. Thank you so much, Angela, for your time. And I really hope that the event goes really, really well. And I wish you the best of luck.
Thank you very much. I appreciate your time.
Now we've got another band featured at this year's GNL Rocks Music Benefit. It's the Cleveland's Tufted Puffins with Good Times.
1, 2, 3, 4. If you hear me cry by myself, sitting on the bed with the tears rolling down, thinking about all the trouble I'm in, and about being more like old friends, talking about the good times, yeah, crying for the good times. Well, I'm begging for the good times. Come on back my way. Come on back my way. If you see me walking with my head held down, slap me in the face, shout it out loud. Tell me that this is not the end. Tell me that life is just beginning. Hoping for the good times. Wow, I'm wishing for the good times. Yeah, hoping for the good times. Come on back my way. Come on back my way. If you see me walking out of the party, walking down the street so broken-hearted, see that's just something I do, something everybody does when they're feeling blue. It's all about the good times. Why? Wishing for the good times. Yeah, hoping for the good times. Come on back my way. Come on back my way.
That was the Tufted Puffins with Good Times. Before that, Librarians with Hickeys with That Time Is Now. Just two bands that will feature at the GNL Rocks Music Benefit on February 8th at the Kent Stage. Tickets are available at gnlbenefit.eventbrite.com. We all need help in living our best lives and preventing suicide so that no friend or family member endures life's challenges alone. There is help and support. If you or someone you know is struggling, please call the National Suicide Lifeline for help. Their number is 1-800-273-8255. That's 1-800-273-8255. Thank you to Angela Fenn, the Librarians with Hickeys, and the Tufted Puffins. You've been listening to the Cool CLE Show, brought to you by CoolCleveland.com. Have a good one.